Yo, what up, though? This B-Boy Reg.
I'm DJ Buddy, y'all.
This
We
Funky Fresh in the Flesh podcast.
We back, y'all.
We're in the house. We making the Pornhub soundtrack.
Yeah, we up north with Jay Jonez. We got Vellis Detroit, Vellis the Great up in the house.
Yes, sir.
Young black professionals right here.
YBP in the place to be.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to have
Mr.
you.
Clean.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Oh, I forgot you was Mr. Clean back
Absolutely.
there.
Yeah.
What was you, main attraction, DJ Butter, Mr.
Yeah,
Clean,
Mr. Clean.
all the aliases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the new project out. You got DJ K's got the new single. Jay Jonez, talk about what's going on with your new project.
Well, it's been a great time right now, man. We're dropping this project on hip hop's 50th year. We was trying to put something out in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Myself and John Greasy. This is we both still. John Greasy's a solo artist.
Okay.
And again, you know me from Up North Entertainment,
North.
which is still unified. We Up North still doing our thing too. But me and John Greasy came together and made this collaboration album, man, and we called it Creative
DJ
Space.
K's, yeah.
DJ K's produced. Yeah, the joint I got on right now is a promo
Outlandish,
T-shirt
yeah.
for Outlandish, which was the first single we dropped, and the second single we dropped was Clock Stop Ticking. Clock's Not Ticking. I'm sorry, y'all check them joints out.
All right.
Yeah, we was
On
at
all platforms.
we was at K's studio doing some shows over there.
Okay.
So he mentioned
Okay.
y'all.
Yeah, Cage is nice, man.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Man,
for sure.
we got like the last two. It's 13 joints on the album. The last two are really just one long joint that he cut in two.
Oh,
What he
okay.
did was he went and took some of his favorite verses from the album and made a mixtape of it, really, with him on the tables.
Dope.
So
that's
not in
dope.
the same swing as the album. He just created what he wanted to off of it. So
Right.
he made a mixtape of the album with verses.
On
and
the
it was
album.
crazy on the tables. It's just dope, man. He did a great job. DJ K's dope.
Yeah.
For sure.
Vellis Detroit, Vellis the Great. We got you in the house, man.
Man, finally, man.
This is
That's-
one of the only cats that got, man, he probably got about 100 of my raps in his studio.
Oh, yeah, I got the Mr. Clean
Nah,
album
two-
dropping.
two-
I
Tupac,
got the-
dude.
Hey, I'm telling you.
You not
Hey.
Big Pac Doc?
Yes,
That's the joint.
You got some gems over there.
Absolutely, man. Give a shout out to my man Furioso Minoto.
Furious Styles.
Furious Styles, you know what I'm saying?
LCP.
Yeah, absolutely. Just all the music we did over the years, man. It's just inspiring to be sitting here with you brothers, man. I appreciate y'all having us for sure.
No doubt, no doubt.
problem.
Gotta invest in each other. Man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You working on a documentary or something, you said?
Man, I'm working on too much stuff right now, man. I'm actually working on 3 film projects. Actually, one is the YBP documentary, which is kind of history of Detroit hip hop through
Right.
our lens and the experiences we went through as artists.
Right.
Vellis the Great, Furious, and Mr. Clean.
Right.
You know, who blessed us with so many great verses. We were doing that documentary. I'm also working on a documentary for the Urban Requiem, which is the birth, life, and death of industrial Detroit. Done through art. So that's actually a project I'm working on with Hannon Center and the Peace Project. My boy Al Taylor, and I'm also working on my own comedy movie that I'm putting out through my company, Ready Set Media. Which is dropping here. I'm actually going to try to drop it in 2024. We're going to just do some guerrilla filmmaking, just get the cameras out, and I got some internet comedians. Shout out to Mark So Stupid. I got talking to some other guys that's going to be involved.
Right.
Donnie Comedy, some other surprise guests as
Yeah,
well.
Donnie Comedy funny
Man,
as
funny as hell, right?
We
This is my
better
guy.
made.
Right,
We
right.
better made.
Yeah, he goes off. So I've been chopping it up with him. Actually, he's got a comedy show coming up on the 20th. Y'all should check it out.
Okay.
He's actually living out in L.A. now, but he's coming back to the city to really
Okay.
reconnect. Yep, and he's going to do the movie project with us, hopefully. So we getting it all going, man. I'm
That's dope.
investing in myself, betting on myself, so to speak.
That's
You
dope.
know what I'm saying?
Young black professionals.
Absolutely.
YBP.
Absolutely.
Hey, you got-
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I got an album dropping too. So I've been inspired by my boy Jay Jonez, my brother from another mother, actually, which allowed me to feature on their album project on the song dedicated to hip hop's 50th year. I got a good verse on that. Some people say it's the best verse on the album, but I don't know.
Right.
But
Not that many, about 2, 3.
No, but it's a great project, man. I was really inspired by these brothers to really get back to it. As well as I'm inspired by Butter, who's always been doing his stuff.
Right.
So I just, getting back to it, man. Just getting back to it. Never too old to shine. So
Right.
You know.
Well, you know, we get old, we get dementia when we rap.
Oh yeah, yep.
That's why you write it down.
Yeah, you
use my
talk
phone
about
now.
you forgot your verse at the Lush.
Absolutely.
So
Forgot my verse at the
you ain't
Lush.
had dementia, you was drunk, right?
Drunk, man. Drunk and high, but I spit.
But you drunk and high at the same time?
At the same time. So, you know, see, what you do is you get high,
Right.
and then you get a little drunk to level out the high. So
Oh,
you got
okay.
a good little float going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That
So,
mean
no,
you got to start rehearsing while you drunk and high.
I do though. I kind of spit
Yeah.
off. Well, not drunk though, because I don't usually drink hard. But I don't think I've been seen sober in the last 30 years.
All right.
You know, I don't think not high. I mean, not that I'm promoting that like that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just partake a little bit. So.
Well, I was just saying, like, you got to rehearse like you're going to perform.
Oh, you're exactly
so
right.
If you're going to be
exactly
drunk
right.
and high,
That's true.
do
But
it.
I did spit a good 24 before I fell off of it though. I had the crowd rocking for a
that's
second,
man.
and I had my main man 50 grand right there to back me up.
That's what's
So
up.
as soon as I
Yeah.
stumbled a little bit, I did a little dance. He slid right
You
in.
jumped in with the verse. Yeah,
absolutely,
that's
absolutely. So
dope.
they made it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it was a look for sure, for sure.
Hey, y'all talk about the first time y'all fell in love with hip hop. You, Jay Jonez, starting with you first.
Oh man, I got to say the movie Breaking. You know what I'm saying?
You said
Again,
Breaking.
different stages of hip hop, bro. My first love for hip hop started out with the love for breakdancing, and then you know a lot of that stuff was just them cats on the beat and breaks. You know what I'm saying? Break beats dancing to. You know what I'm saying? So that's my love. You know, I started elementary school. I moved from Chicago to Grand Rapids, Michigan, when I was 10. And again, before I moved there, you know, I was watching, you know, like I said, Breaking, Beat Street, shit like that. But by the time I came to Grand Rapids, I was in 5th grade. So we was breaking, you know what I'm saying? Cats was breaking. I was like, okay, I love that too. So it's really started with breakdancing, you know, in elementary school. And it grew from there. Like LL Cool J was my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Cool J was dope. To me, DMC and them was dope, but he was the young dude, closer to my age. So and nobody surpassed LL for years for me. But he was what made me be like, okay. You know, then I ended up, you know, going through high school loving hip hop. Y'all know the change in that. With you know, the flavor, you know, going from DMC to Public Enemy, Rakim, you know, Big Daddy, and then, you know, the NWA stage, the West Coast stage, and all that, man. You just stay in, you know, into the matrix, man. Hip hop been dope from the beginning, man.
It's just always changing and evolving, man. That's kind of what keep you interested in it. You know what I'm saying? You know, that girl you dating, if she always wear that same hairstyle and always cooking the same food and wearing the same outfit, you're going to kind of lose interest in that. But hip hop is so evolving. Yeah. It changes so much. It makes you stay interested in it. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, speaking of breaking, though, if y'all look back, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but I noticed it, right? What you laughing at? I ain't about to talk about the dude that was flaming. Because, you know, when you younger, you think everybody just dancing.
Yeah.
When you look back at it now, the old boy that showed up, he showed up with Kelly. I was like, man. But look, if y'all look in the opening scene, I think, it was Breaking One. If you look in the opening scene, you know, they had the extras around. They was at the beach.
Yeah.
If you look at the extras, you're going to see 2 famous stars, right? So that means y'all ain't seen it because y'all like,
I'm not.
One is Jean-Claude Van Damme and the other is Terry Crews.
Wow.
And Jean-Claude, he got on the little leotard type shirt and he doing some corny moves like this. I was like,
I ain't peeped that.
That's over there.
That's some hip hop trivia right there.
Yeah. I go back. I don't watch the movie so much, man. I started paying attention. Like I done seen Chris Rock was in Crush Groove.
Yeah, I seen that.
You seen that? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I just
what y'all know about the pilot? Remember
Hell yeah, the pilot was dope. No, what trips me out is people don't be knowing about the pilot.
Yeah.
You tell people about it, they be like, man, wait, I thought you don't remember them 3
Yeah.
You remember
What's the pilot? Tell me, but refresh my memory.
You know how you had an after school special? It was one called The Pilot. It was dope by breakdance.
And they remember she had the pilot joined them with the goggles.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And they thought it was a guy, but it ended up being a
she
girl.
wound up taking the thing out, shaking her hair out.
All the girls fell in love with her.
Oh man,
I remember that now. That's
was
crazy.
dope.
Y'all took it way back.
Yeah, it's dope though, man.
Egyptian Lover did the soundtrack.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, did he? Yeah. See, I ain't know that, bro.
It was Egyptian Lover music all through there.
Oh man, that's what's up for sure.
I used to race home to look at the pilot, man.
Man, cause it was like a 3-4 day series.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember you talk about that over the years. Cats be like, man, I don't remember that. I'm like, for real.
I remember it now, but we dating ourselves talking about that. Though.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody under a certain age gonna know nothing about that, right?
That's the dope thing about hip hop, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cats done grew up with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Grew up with it and had your own vision of it. You done heard it. You love some, you don't like others, but it's still hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. And now it run the world. That's what's dope.
Hey, let me ask you this, because you mentioned Public Enemy, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever think you would see Flavor Flav singing the national anthem?
Hell no.
You know, I always knew Flavor was a super talented guy, though, man. I remember the Flavor Love stuff. They showed him playing the piano real sweet.
I seen him play piano a couple times.
Yeah. He's a talented guy. He's in the area, the metro area now, right?
He's been in Detroit. I don't know if he
stay
stay here,
but I think he does because he got all kinds of. He's on all our games and stuff like that.
I done seen him at about 3 concerts.
Lions games, right? Yeah.
He came just the last year and a half.
Yeah, Detroit coming back though, man. Detroit coming back. I kind of took on the moniker Vellis Detroit when it was kind of downtrodden and going bankruptcy. I kind of related to that. At the time of it, you know what I mean? Right. It was like, okay, everybody against me. Let's show them what it is.
Right.
So I love to see Detroit kind of bouncing back like that for sure.
Yep, our album was called Big Trouble in Little Detroit.
Big Trouble in Little Detroit. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's some classic joints on that.
Yeah.
Big Trouble in Little Detroit. The song Big Trouble, the title track to that was tough. Super tough. I was in my bag on that one.
So you got some videos coming out soon?
Actually, yeah, man. We actually we actually looking to make we got a little R&B hip hop joint on that joint.
Oh yeah, you
singing? Before I leave? Nah, I rhyme. I don't sing.
One thing you don't do.
One thing I don't do is sing. No, I don't got it like that. Right. I'm doing the back like boom. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Everybody else, y'all do y'all thing. But no, yeah, we got a joint though, man, with his brother Mario Dwayne, who's part of another R&B group. They just came out with a dope Christmas song, man.
I heard that. I saw
dope Christmas song, man.
Speaking of that, man, Mario is from a Ferris State cat as well, man. There's a lot of talent out of Ferris State. Shout out to Bulldogs.
Yes.
That's actually one of my favorite tracks on the album as well.
It's dope. It's dope. It's a dope joint, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's like I said, it's about guys breaking up with their babes. And, her not really taking full advantage of that relationship and understand what's gonna happen, but she understands it.
Take the shit for granted,
When he leaves, now you act like you know. You know what I'm saying? So from 2 different perspectives of it though. So it was definitely dope, man. But we looking to create a video off that top of the year with Mario Dwayne. And like you said, it's a bunch of the album rep Ferris all day. You know what I'm saying? We got myself, John Greasy, DJ Cage, Mario Dwayne, that's 4 cats. Vellis the Grate, that's 5 cats. So it's it's great. The majority of the people that we actually got featured, it seemed like, and Cage, who produced a couple of tracks as well. Fair State. So it's definitely
creative space on all platforms.
All platforms, man. And we definitely pushing people though to our Bandcamp. To our Bandcamp page because you just get more love and more activity with us. You can also buy Creative Space merch as well on Bandcamp. It's just more direct connection with the artist, and we get more of the dough if you cop the album or the songs as well. Then we gonna get from this.
Sure.
So
absolutely,
definitely.
Yeah, G-Rap, Grand Rapids, they got a lot of talent there.
Oh yeah,
Billy the Kid, a lot of Dark Man.
Yeah.
I got a lot of Dark Man story.
It ain't a good one.
It ain't a good one.
Nah.
We used to hoop. We was big time hoopers. Well, I can say big time hoopers. We could hoop a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? We would take people's money 2-on-2.
For sure.
Right?
Okay.
Definitely.
So we had a gym we would go to, and I was in there just serving one day, and then a lot of Dark Man came in with his entourage.
Yeah.
And he was hitting me with the Kobe crossover. He hit me with like 4 Kobe crossover
but
deep
the
shots in the
game winner
row.
with it though. The game winner.
I was serving. I literally had all 14 of our points. It was going wire to wire, right?
Right.
But he just was coming with this long cross. But I couldn't time right.
Couldn't
he just,
time, yeah.
he was daggering me with that.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Pause.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, so shout out to La Dark, man, for that. Definitely good experience, competing with those guys, man. Being in that space, man, for sure. Yeah, definitely Chuck full of talent and GR, man.
What the DeBarge is like the king of the coast down there. The DeBarge.
Man, I'll say this. I mean, not yeah. I mean, of course they're gonna get much love, just like
because they was on the national stage.
National stage, and they still. I mean, El DeBarge is one of my favorite artists. Period. Anytime he make music, I'm gonna check it out.
I'm checking DeBarge stuff out for real.
Right. I'm gonna check him out, but he the one that still, the name you hear about the most. You know what I'm saying?
Active,
right. So with that being said, they definitely gonna get love. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's different artists that come through. G-Rap, man. A lot of different hip hop artists. Again, my favorite rapper out of the Grand Rapids, besides myself, is definitely my boy Struck. You know what I'm saying? Right now, AKA Verbal Kent County. That's the other member of Up North Entertainment. So he definitely one of the dopest lyricists out that joint. But then it's a number of guys, man, that got skill in G-Rap, man. Guys that I go back with. Shadow the Sorcerer, Shadow. Producer and hip hop artist. Shadow actually been on a couple songs with him over the years. Chuck Stubbs. It's a number of guys out of G-Rap, man. Again, I'm still doing my thing, but I'm so far away from hip hop as I was on a day-to-day, like I was 20 years ago. I'm 50. I don't hide it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm hip hop. I'm gonna die hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is that, I still do my thing, but I ain't into, how we were back when we was doing music. When Butter was blessing me to be on Butter mixtapes, and we was coming to the D. Up North was coming to the D, doing shows with YBP and DJ Butter, and then we getting opportunities to have radio station interviews, and we made Christmas songs 2-3 years in a row that we listened to on the road back to Grand Rapids. We listened to ourselves Detroit radio, playing our Christmas rap music. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of shit was dope.
Feeling,
it was dope. You know what I'm saying? So it further kept me in the game.
Shout out Origix DC, man. Shout out Origix DC. You guys is doing their thing.
Yeah, they were, man.
Putting local hip hop on the map. A lot of college radios. You had to send your package in. They was real up close and personal with the artists and good guys, man, for sure.
Hey, let me ask y'all this, because you mentioned being 50. What motivates y'all to keep going as far as hip hop and actually rhyming?
Let me take that one
first,
go ahead,
if you
don't mind, man. It's really guys like y'all who motivate me, man. Seeing y'all still in the game, doing things, moving and shaking on the podcast level. Butter still active in music, big time. My brother just dropped his album, and brother just dropped a book recently. Just all kinds of creative stuff going on.
Shout out the book. What's the name of the book?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, the name of my book is Toppling Tourette's. It's on Amazon.com. Amazon Books. Check it out. It's probably been out about 7-8 months now, man. Really good feedback off that as well. But it talked about my life growing up with having Tourette Syndrome. And different things I've done throughout my life while having Tourette's, and people either knowing, not necessarily knowing what it was, but knowing they saw something different with me, or some people, it tripped me out all these years, they didn't ever even know until they read the book. Yeah. So just talking about, but this journey we talking about, bro, I talked about you in the book. You know what I'm saying? The journey, I talked about my life journey, so it's my life story. And hip hop in Detroit was my life story, part of my life story.
It's a reason why, the spiritual reason why we all here.
Absolutely.
Right. Because we really we want to bless the younger crowd to see what we believe the children are the future as well.
No question.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
We want to show them they can live past 30.
You know what I'm saying? It is.
The OG-ness out here.
We think about the mindset we had and how they kind of indoctrinated us. Who thought they was going to live past 20, 25?
Right.
I didn't think so. Even though I came from a solid family, my mom was trying to do her best to provide. I had a big brother that was trying to look out for me. I had peoples, but it was just in my mind, man, I might not make it past 21. If I live to see 22, I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of was the mindset back then, and I think that happens with a lot of young people. They don't see themselves living in the future. They don't have that hope for longevity, and to give them that hope and to see that somebody out here our age is still doing it. Man, hey, more power to us for doing that for sure.
Oh, we can't let the young guys see us punch drunk.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
the life beat us up, right? Yeah,
Right.
we straight, we good, we all right. You know what I mean?
I don't
We
know
still
about
having
y'all,
fun.
but I'm fly.
Right.
Look at Reds. Look, I'm square and I'm proud of it. I tell you what I say. I'm the coolest square rapping since O'Shea Jackson. Like you gotta get. I'm cool with it. I'm living life, man. Shit, I want an RV.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
I'm golfing
For
and
sure.
all
You
that.
golfing, right.
Life is good on this side of 30. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
man.
It's a blessing.
Bill
It's
Cosby
blessing.
sweaters put up.
Absolutely.
Man, it's a
Hey,
blessing.
let me ask y'all. We was talking about you was getting into rapping at this age because a lot of people feel like we heard 3000 say he ain't got nothing to rap about.
Yeah, I was very disappointed in that comment.
me too.
Yeah, just being a guy with who I consider, I don't rank him as highly as some people rank him on their hip hop
Yeah, he
list.
definitely
Right.
But he's definitely one of the top lyricists of our generation.
Right.
And to hear him say he don't have nothing to talk about, it's some of my writing and things that I did on the projects that I'm working on now. I kind of harken back to that. I look at that like, man, how could he not have? When life is so plentiful,
Right.
so many people been so many places. I see it.
Yo, all right.
You've been so many places, done so many things.
Right.
How could you not have something to talk about? You know what I
Right.
mean? You've lived. These young cats necessarily haven't lived.
Right.
They seen they block. They seen the ops. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
But they haven't lived. They ain't traveled nowhere. They ain't experienced nothing.
Right.
So you've actually overcame stuff, had the ups and downs, peaks and valleys.
Right.
You definitely got something to talk about. So that disappointed me to hear him say that.
Yeah.
I think he was just trolling, though, for sure.
I think at the same time,
Me too.
Atlanta needs his voice. The young
I
culture.
think so, too.
They need to hear the wise ones.
I think so,
talk.
too.
Yeah.
I think so. They want to hear
Because it's too much backwards gang bang and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, hustling backwards, all that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that. Your first album, it's like your life story up to that point. So you think about the artist that's 18 or 19. Really, you only got about 5 or 6 years of material to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what
But when you 40 and 50, man, you got so much you can talk about traveling around the world or
Decades and things. to talk about.
getting your colon cleansed. So it's so much
Right.
stuff that's relevant to life, and I think we need grown man music. You know what I'm
No
saying?
doubt.
Because
Yeah,
R&B
I love my
does it.
next shit.
Yeah, R&B does it. Country does it. Hip hop I need to be able to listen to somebody that's talking about what I'm going through at this age. I don't want to keep going back to listen to tapes I was listening to 30 years ago because I can't relate to it no more.
Right. No
Or it
question.
keeps taking me back to that
some
time.
people can't play the energy game no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
that,
different
you
types of
know?
energy, though. You know what I'm saying? Like your energy for getting up and going to that court to play basketball is going to be just a little bit different from your energy to go play golf. It's still energy you're exerting, though.
Right.
So it's just how you direct that energy, how you magnify it. So I mean, I believe that it's a creative space for everybody to do their own thing. And I think creativity's got to be a part of your life, or you don't feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
We were just talking on the way over here. It was a while where I kind of was done with the rap game. I was doing my thing, getting a little money, doing other things. I got my own media production company. I was working in education. I coached basketball. I was doing a lot of stuff. And it was like, do I got time to be rapping? If people look at me as an old rapper already. You know what I mean?
But then you be like, damn.
I want to create.
Yeah.
I want to express myself.
Or my children see me pick up this stuff. Now they're addicted to it.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I have to come back around and
Exactly.
help them out.
Speaking of that, man, my son, man, just dropped some of his music, man. I got 3 sons, man, all great guys, man, which is one of the prides of my life. Shout out to them. Shout out to the Party Brothers. They hate that name. That's the name I gave them.
They dropped music under the Party Brothers. Don't run away from
It
it.
was a child rap group under my tutelage. But they hate that name.
Party Brothers.
Party Brothers, man. But yeah, my middle son, Zeke Keys, is on all platforms as well. He dropped a couple singles, man, which is doing really well for sure. So very good music, man. Man, lyricist. I mean, all kinds of style, and just really got it. So I'm hoping to continue that, man, and keep it going.
I used to play basketball against his son.
We got a shop we call what we named after butter. We call it the butter brick. The butter brick.
I hit
Butter
the backboard hard as hell.
It dropped right here.
It's all this. I hit the backboard.
The butter brick.
The butter brick.
That sounds like a smooth bad shot.
But it went in.
He used to go in.
Right.
He used to make that shot for
It
sure.
had to be pretty.
He threw it up there hard as hell and then smacked the backboard, moved the garage a little bit.
Drop right in.
That's all net. The butter brick. That's the good old days, bro.
Jay, you got some? Can you spit a couple bars for us? You got something off the dome?
Yeah, man. I'm ill-mannered, skilled bastard. Love it or you just can't stand it. Jonz managed to make cabbage cause the flow ain't never been average. Ask the tracks that I savaged. Fantastic with the track, the basket. Boombastic, divine. I'm a motherfucking tyrant. I'm a motherfucking giant. Verse violent. So your rhyme just vibrant. On the up north island. Speed dialing and smiling. Showing the world what it's all about. I'm way out. My flow equals power, so there's no doubt. I'm too old for the slow route, so we rolling out. No holding out. Straight fire. No higher desire. Am I the king? I'm outlandish. No manners in the Coco Cabana. I'm loading grammar. So release the scrambler, straight rattler. All I know is get 'em. Straight venom. I'm different, gifted. Spit it like I live it to get it. And let the beat spin it. This is a deep minute, and I'm deep in it. So I sent the independent. Dopest joint in a minute. That's what I said, and I meant it. And you still don't get it. Ooh, I'm outlandish.
Hey, that voice out cold, ain't it? My nigga.
You want to spit something more?
Man, I can give it a try, man. That's a hard act to follow, man. That's a hard act to follow, man. That's a hard act to follow.
So
Let
you
me
need
see.
a toothpick or something?
Something, man. I look a cool joint or something. Let me see. Wish I had a good beat. Let's see. All right, it's rules to the game, and everybody breaking them. Niggas dry snitch on wax, niggas imitating them. Veil do the right thing like Spike, people hating them. Do the wrong thing, I might. I keep baking them. I keep breaking them. Assalamu alaikum them. Usual suspect, there ain't no mistaking them. Dollars the only hope, gotta keep making them. Scholars are lonely broke, I'm recreating them. Just for ice, my niggas keep slipping. I'm reinventing this so the little niggas listen. How could they shine if they minds don't glisten? They shout them cities, but time don't listen. Nope. That's all I got.
Right.
I could keep going. Bro.
Yeah.
Out of breath. Oh.
Hey, tell us some. Since it's Hip Hop 50, man, and you know, KRS-One just came out and said his opinion, what he thought about, you know, the respect hip hop got after 49 years or didn't get.
Right.
What was y'all take on that? You know, because you know, at the same time they was talking about it was not a lot of people listed as winning Grammys. You know, in hip hop.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. My take on that, man. I think it's a missed opportunity for Chris. In my opinion, I went to the Hip Hop 50 concert that came to Detroit.
Yeah.
Well, one of the songs, one of the bars that Chris spit at the end of his set was so profound, so prolific. They taught me something. It was like, you know, it was really like ether, man. It was really some of the toughest stuff I ever heard. And I think if more people heard that knowledge that he spread could be infectious. So you got to ignore the politics of the past. It's like, you mad because that chick wouldn't holler at you before, so you just gonna always diss her. That might be the best pussy of your life. Nigga, you better go get that pussy. You know what I'm saying? So go get it. You know what I'm saying?
That's that get back pussy. That
you got to go get it. You know what I mean? So it's
really
absolutely.
like, you ain't want me now.
So
Mike.
that's my point. You know what I mean? It's like you can't let what you soar about from the past. I could easily be like, man, I ain't gonna mess with Butter today, man. He ain't put me on that one mixtape.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We show love because love is here to be showed.
Right.
So go out there and show the love to your fans. We want to see you do sweet, Chris. We want to see you be a part of that. To me, that's what I think he missed out.
I agree with that. So I think I know what you was talking about at the Hip Hop 50th, but what I took away, so he, in his song Philosophy, he said 25, what was it, 50 years down the line, we could start this because we'll be the old school artists.
Right.
But I remember he had a song on his album Blueprint when he said hip hop rules, but the other industries can't take it, right? And he was going down the history of hip hop, talking about how R&B and disco, pop, country, jazz, all thought hip hop was just another fad, right? Then you look 15 years after that, you ain't hear nothing on the radio but hip hop.
Exactly.
So for somebody to preach that all this time, it's like, damn, as a fan, I wanted to see him up there really representing hip hop.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But
he's for sure a forefather.
Yeah, but
Just
he
like
has
Chuck.
his own reasons.
And I respect his reason. I'm saying, but I think he missed the opportunity.
Yeah.
Because not only that, because I mean, Chris definitely has a fan base amongst our age group and our demographic.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of young people, man. When I talk to them, a lot of conversations I have with some of my younger peers,
They barely know.
they don't know who KRS-One is. They don't think they think Biggie is not even sweet. You know what I mean? It's like it's a trip. So it's like you got a chance to reintroduce yourself to whole new audiences, man. So I think you should take advantage of that. And because you got something, especially somebody like Chris, that's one of the reasons I fell in love with hip hop. KRS taught me something on song, through song. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, I ain't had to learn that by reading this book and spending hours reading. He spit that. I researched it. It was true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think he missed out on an opportunity to reach a whole new fan base.
Shem was a black man from Africa.
You know what I'm saying?
man, Chris was crazy. He was
Scholar,
always
bro.
crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
for sure.
I feel, I understand what you're saying on the tip of everybody look at it differently, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So not everybody can say, damn near on some, changing cheeks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what? Because it's
Turn
almost
the other
like,
cheek, right?
dude, on the tip of, he was there from the beginning. So what he's saying is real. Heartfelt.
No,
they on some bullshit. You wait to you trying to jump in on the 50th row because it's the 50th row.
But
right. Down with it. Yes. Yes, they are. Ain't nothing wrong with this business.
Hip hop 25th
anniversary. They
tribute.
definitely trying to jump in. Because I feel them. Dude, why you wait till now? So with that being said, not everybody can be like, you know what you said. I would have loved Chris. We all would have loved to see Chris. Chris, rock him, all these cats
in that platform.
And we would have loved to see so we can give him the love that we want to give him.
Man, Chris is one of the best show rockers in the history of show rocking.
Ever.
So come rock the show for us, bro. That's what I'm saying.
But see, that you almost on the tip of
I'm a fan, right?
Yeah, you mad at him for the choice he made.
Yeah. No, I'm not mad. I think it's okay for the choice, but I just think I would have preferred it didn't go that.
I would have preferred it too, but I feel it. I'll just say that.
I wanted to see him on his bullshit because
even
though he speak positive at that show between the DJs between the sets they had a DJ play the song while the artists get ready. The first song the DJ tried to play was an LL record, and he was like, "Turn that Queen shit off." I was like, "Damn!" He came out and rocked.
Yeah,
but
man.
He got so many bangers, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? When he did there's nobody that can do a versus against him, bro. Just
man, when he did the versus Big Daddy Kane, it was lopsided.
So
Big Daddy Kane is such a talented artist, but it was lopsided.
He got so many joints, and Big Daddy probably the closest one that would be able to go at him with the old heads. But all his joints are the difference between a dope song and a song that's a
crowd pleaser, right?
All his joints were show songs, bro.
Yeah,
and you can see Big Daddy had some show songs, but he had some raps.
Right.
My man had all show songs, bro, that everybody gonna roll with.
I think that's part of what his gift is. His talent is just to be able to be, like I say, he rocks the show like nobody else. I don't think nobody does I think they talked about Dougie Fresh being like the grandmaster of the stage. I think it's Chris when it comes to hip hop, man.
Dougie is an entertainer.
Dougie's an entertainer. He is crazy.
Chris is an MC.
His MC
He controls the audience,
absolutely.
his music. He know what songs to perform. Everybody
knows exactly what to say, the time, and to get
Dougie
right.
can MC the show.
Yeah,
he can be the dopest show MC.
Yeah.
But dopest entertainer, Chris all day.
Hey, let me ask y'all this though. Thinking along that line, so we have hip hop purists, right? But it's got to be a balance. I need to know what y'all think. The balance between I'm gonna keep the art form pure, or I need to go make some money. Because sometimes the two don't mix.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Dean earlier, and we talked about it before. You see these dudes get old, they need GoFundMe, they need help, but they missed out on opportunities to make some money, to take care of them and their family. So what's y'all thoughts on that, and what advice would you give to a young artist?
Man, my advice to a young artist would probably be to stay true to you. I think I heard a clip somewhere. I think it was Rick Rubin who talked about when you make the art, it's really for you first.
Okay.
Right? You got to make the art that you appreciate. If you're not feeling that song, don't play it for nobody else.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like you got to really feel it, because what if they do feel it and now you got to hear this song you really don't like over and over again?
Right.
So it's like really, you got to make the art for you. And if you're doing that, then that's the purity in it. As far as style, as far as, he wrote that bar for me or whatever that kind of stuff is.
Right.
I don't care nothing about that. I think about the song is the most important product. The art of it, and creativity is the most important product.
Right.
So stick true to that, and that's the purest. We have debates all the time about who the best rappers is, who the best artists are. A lot of my peers don't respect none of the new school artists. Like, they don't like Drake. They barely like J. Cole. They think these cats is just not old school.
Right.
And I think that a lot of it is recency bias, a lot of nostalgia. People just love their own era. But like I said, hip hop changes so much. In my days as a college DJ and doing the things I was doing with music, it made me appreciate all of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So That's my take.
I think too that people make hip hop so hard to do. They don't make it second nature. It's like fucking sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You don't question it all the time.
Just do it. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But I think that's where a lot of our generation went wrong. Then you
overthinking it, stop, because they was trying to get some bread.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I hear it now. Just, you know, why you invest in this? You gonna get the money immediately? This is the blue collar mentality.
Yeah,
right.
And we don't make it. I hide my achievements. I hide, you know, certain things because they don't. It's just like you can watch somebody spend 10,000 on a vacation, but 1,000 on hip hop is just.
Oh my God! Right? Yeah.
You know, I gotta use other people's money to do it. Fuck that. You know. Just
I get that. I get that. The investment part is hard for a lot of people. And I figure I was always the kind of guy that would invest in a pound. So why wouldn't I be a guy who would invest in some records? You know what I mean?
You was original Pound Town.
Hey,
I was talking shit.
What do you say? Allegedly.
Right. Allegedly.
Yeah. Because you know, hey, speaking of that, like, I want to ask y'all, we 50, right? Yeah. And or 50 plus or whatever.
I'm 50 plus now.
Right. So thinking about like all the stuff that come back, because I know I got some songs, like I got some songs bizarre, I got some songs I never want to resurface. Yeah. Like people be calling, finding me online, like, you got the song you did? I'm like, no.
That's not me, right?
Yeah, like that wasn't me. What do y'all think about? Because I just seen somebody bring up an old LL song, a Big Old Butt, and he said he was pulling up to the high school.
Right, I saw this too.
Yeah,
I've been seeing a lot of this. They had the thing with MC Light where she was talking about the young cat in the song. She like him young and all that stuff. Yeah.
What's y'all thoughts on what we were seeing then and how it relates to the world now?
What we were seeing then, as far as the music?
Yeah, just like stuff that might have been appropriate or acceptable back then, but it's inappropriate now.
You couldn't play Eddie Murphy Delirious or Raw.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you couldn't do back then.
Yeah,
except for
it
really started being able to hear those kind of joints after Luke Skywalker went through what he went through against the government, because Too Short was known all around the world, man, and Too Short, that's all he talked was dirty shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Short Dog. We can start playing some Too Short songs right now, and we all been here within a couple of seconds. We singing a song with him. We
know that stuff, absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but the crazy thing is, when you think about it, you think that things are different now, but they're not, man.
Right.
What they talking right now is
it's way worse.
I mean, think of the most off the chain you saw back in them days, besides the dances they had in the videos, was Lil' Kim having a bikini on. Under a mink.
The star under
you know
a titty or something.
Yeah. That was, man, nowadays, all these little rap chicks that come out all butt naked.
Right.
Yeah.
All butt naked.
You know, too, it was common for like a sweet daddy coming to the hood with a caddy and he ride through the high school picking up one of the young.
We all knew that high school girl that was fine.
That
she had some grown dude picking her up. I say this though.
All the drug dealers.
Absolutely.
Because I used to be like, what? I'd be talking to a girl. She'd be like, I got a boyfriend. Be like, oh, what school he go to? She'd be like, he not in school. I'd be like, what school? I'm thinking he go to Northern or something. She'd like, no, he ain't in school. He's short. This nigga 26. I'd be like, I can't compete with that.
How your mama letting that happen?
Oh, but it happened for sure.
And a lot of the mamas knew it was happening.
Yeah.
Because he was dropping them some shows.
No, he's keeping the mama high.
Yeah.
No,
same difference.
But when you go back to what you were saying, though, it's just about the context of what's being said, what was being said in music versus what's acceptable today. I think that it's all good. I would say that because it's the context in which you listen to it. You know, like I raised my sons on Cameron, and you know what I'm saying, and you know they listened to that when they was little bitty kids. He was talking crazy, right? You know, Lil Wayne. And
I think Luke was kind of helping young guys with puberty, like
helping them adjust the stuff,
direction. You know,
I say that to say, I give it to him in context. You know what I mean? I give it to him in context. We'll watch this movie that done said the N-word and killed so many people, it's not a big deal. But when it comes to hip hop, we got to really censor that stuff.
That's
so
true.
I just let
That's true.
This is that man's perspective.
Music hit another gland, though.
It does, but you got to. It's in context, in my opinion. Like I'm gonna tell my sons, hey, that's what he said. That's what he going through. That don't mean that's what you got to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what time he on. You know.
I think the difference between movies and music is that you'll see a movie once or a few times, but music, you gonna listen to it over and over, and it becomes embedded in your brain.
Yeah.
So I think that's why music is more impactful.
It does have more impact on you.
We make the argument about, I watched Terminator, I watched Scarface, but yeah, I listen to the NWA every day in my car, back to back. You know what I'm saying? Then eventually I become Ice Cube in my mind.
Right.
So that's the difference. And they look more like me, and what they're doing and saying is more attainable to me. I can imitate that easier.
I get that. But like I say, it's got to be taught in context. If you're just giving that as a young kid doing it on your own, doing it, that's one thing. But if you got somebody that's saying, here's what it is, you can compartmentalize it in your own mind. That's,
right.
It's a bunch of little old white lady accountants right now that listening to some trap music on their way to work. You know what I mean? That don't mean they live in that life. They can compartmentalize it to be that's their entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
It starts at home.
It
you know,
does.
just like
how strong is your mind?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Your parents gonna have a gun in a drawer. They gonna have pornos in a drawer. It's just how you gonna let them go out in the world with that.
What they gonna find? Right. Yeah, what they gonna find? And giving them some, like I say, context.
Hey, do you think that the stuff these kids talking about now gonna come back to haunt them 20, 30 years from now?
I think so, man, because I think it's I know that's kind of contrary to what I just said, but I think it's because they're changing those laws. I mean, they're starting to look at these kids and what they're saying. Right. And these kids don't seem, I hate to sound like the old man, these kids, but they don't have the lyrical skill sometimes or the entendre ability, if I can make up a word right quick, to redirect them. I mean, just don't tell on yourself flat out. Right. You can't say I pulled up with my Volvo and whipped the 9 and shot it 2 times, and then there's surveillance video of you in the Volvo and the dude got shot 2 times. You can't really. You got to be able to disguise it a little more like that, because we all had truth in our lyrics. We talked about a lot of stuff, the stuff that we got going allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But we made sure that we tried to disguise it with the bars and with the flip of the words. You know what I'm saying? I'm not directly telling where my pounds allegedly was stashed. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we got to make sure we just talking about it in a way, or they got to make sure they talking about it in a way where they not just straight up telling themselves.
Hey, it was funny when you said, like, you kind of, the cleverness in hip hop is you can disguise what you're saying in a rhyme. So Tourette had a song and he was like, I gotta carry my homie Black Larry, right? And I remember this older guy was around me. He was like, wait, he always got to bring Larry with him to beat somebody up. I'm like, no, you ain't listen to the 3 lines before that. Black Larry was his black shotgun. You know what I'm saying? But that was one of the things I think we were a little bit more clever at saying what we were saying.
I think because of like the whole Suge Knight era and all that stuff, and just all the rap beefs across, all the beef tapes with the beef videos stuff, they thought they glorified that so much, all that conflict and beef. They feel like they got to wear that on their sleeve as a badge of honor, as a part of that, who they are. And really, that's not who a lot of these cats are. A lot of these kids is really soft. You know what I mean? They hide, they soft until they go crazy enough to do anything for this fame. You know what I mean? So I think that's a part of it.
I think, like you said, though, when you brought the beef tapes up, that's a good thought. Because a lot of these kids grew up on that. Oh, yeah. They didn't grow up on KRS. And on Chuck D.
Yeah, we learned. And Rakim flipping the words.
Rakim, they didn't grow up on it. They grew up during that beef time when their older brother or daddy was watching all them beef tapes. So when they became artists, and we all seen how hip hop, the branches in it came off and how it rose. It's street like that. So they don't see nothing wrong with it. The 2 things I say that years down the road that can make them be like, damn, is one, like you said, the courts are definitely utilizing everything they putting in the music.
Lyrics.
They utilizing that like a mug consistently. So that, and when they get to be our age, man, they kids. Like my daughter's 28. No, she turned 29 this year. 29. I would hate her. I got us on you talking about old school songs. I got a song called I Did Something All Up North. You know
I'm gonna say it since he ain't gonna say it. I fucked them all up north. It's one of my favorite J. Jonez records, produced by Vellis the Grate.
Hey, man,
I fucked them all up
my
north.
daughter heard a lot of my music over the years, whether she's listening directly with me or listening in the back room. She know a lot of my songs. Yeah. She ain't never heard that joint, and I hope she don't never hear it. Again, as a 50-year-old, that's how you gonna feel though, possibly with your daughters. Now you might not feel the same way with your boys, but you got a daughter. And she grown because you want your daughter to be on a whole different mission than what you pushing your boys out there with what you teaching now.
I got a song, man, that I did a long time ago on some mixtape. I was trying to just experiment it, man. And I think I was listening to some D12 stuff that made me want to just try to be shocking for some reason. I was trying to just shock value my rap for some reason. I wrote this bars. And it was just degrading the women. When I listen to it now, I feel like, thumbs down. It wasn't my best work. But if somebody heard it, it's entertainment, man. It was a poem I wrote.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not who I am, and it's a very, very small slice of what my mind is.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why you make a variety of songs.
Exactly. But we had that context because we had the KRS's and the Rakims, but we also had the street stuff. We had all of that as a context. And I think street stuff became so much more prevalent in the music that's kind of all the roadmap that some of these young cats had.
It's just it's like you gotta the variety pack, man. I think I say this all the time, a lot of cats in hip hop, they were so lost in the music and they weren't lost in the business sometimes. It's just like it would have been so refreshing to see, okay, you got KRS-One, he's a teacher, he's in the hip-hop, but he owns this over here. Look at this, what he bought, the material side of so the kids can see that side. And I think, that side of MTV Cribs, it was kind of refreshing and it was motivating.
It made it relatable, for sure.
You got to mix the hardcore hip-hop with that sometimes. It's just so the kids can see something obtainable. It was obtainable, to see, Biggie come to the East Side or MC Hammer come to our school and shit like that. Kids don't get that. It's a phone era now. They kind of lost in that whole,
no doubt.
That brain fuck right there.
It's what we make cool. You know what I'm saying?
That's true
like
too.
if you make gangster cool, that's what's gonna be cool. You make the red, black, and green medallions cool, that's what people gonna strive to be.
I think it's a step further than that too, man. I've been having this conversation with my family members, with my good brother. I think it's really like you talk about Leo Cohen and those executives who push a certain brand of music.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They push a certain brand of music, but that's a part of their money-making engine and machine, right?
Right.
But it's also, think about our own mentalities and psyche. They talk about, you watch the news, what bleeds leads. They talking about all these murders and car accidents, right? But it's what catches our eye. If we driving down the road, I had the example the other day, we driving down the road and we see a fender bender, we gonna glance, damn, they fucked their car up.
Right.
We see bodies laying out and cars on fire, we breaking our necks to see what the fuck that was, right?
Right.
So I think our minds and our attention spans gravitate to certain that stuff.
Yeah, we accept certain stuff in our mind. Right.
My man Fury Styles at the bar, I do that shit because it's the only shit that sound right. Because we was super gangster rappers in our day, you know what I mean? So, but that's the shit that sounded like appealing to us. We want people. We looked at that and we appreciated how raw, how hardcore motherfucker could be on their bars. You know what I mean? That was just about what the kind of time we was on. We wasn't into the soft shit. Right. We would put on R&B when it was time for R&B. We wasn't trying to make R&B love songs like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even though we was talking some shit to women, whatever in our music, it was all about how the street shit we was into a lot of times. You know what I mean? Allegedly.
Hey, let me ask y'all. Not just Detroit, but Michigan in general. Name like your top 3 Michigan rappers or groups and your top 3 albums.
Hey, I know what you're going to say already.
Only 3.
My
yeah.
I know what you're gonna say
my
already.
top 3. Okay. So first is top 3 groups.
No, just give us some
just
artists.
Top 3 artists. Yeah,
group,
period.
Whatever,
Man, I mean, my top outside of my camp is what you saying.
Anybody.
Oh man, I'm gonna go. If I go anybody, man, my favorite cats out of Detroit would be Furious Styles, and Vellis Detroit.
Okay.
Just flat out.
YBP.
I always
that.
Looked up to them cats lyrically, man, and the
Right.
creations they made, and I definitely know it helped me as an artist.
Right.
And then my favorite artist, outside of those two guys, I learned through Butter, which was what's his name again? X-Gov.
Oh yeah.
X-Gov. X-Gov was my next favorite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I always was like, man, I used to wait till your mixtapes came out so I could see
Which
X-Gov
one he
from
on?
here.
Right.
Man, X-Gov was dope. So those three
rest
guys,
in
you know what I'm
peace.
saying?
Right.
And, I know a lot of people first joints would be the cats that's blown up, you know what I'm saying? But those guys to me were what hip hop was about, man. Creativity, rock shows. I've seen those guys. I haven't seen X-Gov rock shows, but what I saw Furious Styles and Vellis Detroit be able to do, man, was definitely what I saw them do through hip hop in Detroit streets, man, and Detroit hip hop. It gave me the strength to be able to do that same thing, man. And again, the opportunities that I got with DJ Butter being on his mixtapes, all that elevation helped me, man. So those are the three. The three albums, I would say, out of Michigan. My first was gonna be The Product, which is the Up North first album.
Produced by Vellis the Great.
Man, I'm gonna say Detroit Point Blank was
YBP and the place to be.
Detroit Point Blank is, again, was my second favorite. And lastly, I'll say album will be the next up, man. It's definitely probably gonna be an Eminem album.
Okay.
It's a couple of them that I couldn't just put one over the other. Them first couple, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a tough.
That's a
so
tough
many
one.
good, so many good artists.
It's a tough one.
I'm gonna have to go. I like all the Big Sean stuff. I like, of course, Eminem and D12 stuff. I like I like T Greasley stuff, man. I'm on the new school tip. T Greasley doing some stuff I appreciate. As far as just some going a little more underground, man. People don't know about the Slick Ones. Slick Ones was pretty tough. I especially want to give a shout out to Maserati Vic. I thought he was straight up celebrity, man. He had an aura about him, and the way he spit his rhymes, it was like he really didn't have to say much. He just coming in, you know what I'm saying, and twist his mustache and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I liked what he did on the mic. I was really a fan of Wesley Valentine's bars, man. Really, he had a song he put on one of our mixtapes, man. So I grabbed my gun. I can't think of the name. You remember that song?
No, he's talking about his vest, wasn't he?
I grabbed my vest. He had a whole shit, whole hood starter kit he was grabbing.
Man.
Yeah, that shit was tough, bro.
Gangsta's wardrobe.
Absolutely, Gangsta's wardrobe.
That was dope. That was dope.
I've always thought he was a talented writer, talented artist, man. Give a shout out to The Circle, man. My guys from The Circle, man. Mayor Sean Walk, Endo, Filthy Rich. Shout out to On and On Productions. My brother, the Mighty Quinn, doing his thing, Big West. So it's just a lot of artists out there doing their thing that's tough, man. I got my cousin now, Dre De Niro, man, doing his thing. Druzy doing his thing. It's just so many people that's so talented in Michigan, man. This is one of the music capitals of the world, man. Anita Baker used to practice in my basement with my uncle's rock group, you know what I'm saying? So we all had that musical background, you know what I'm saying? So it's just in us to create good music, man. So it's a lot to be offered in Detroit. We seeing that now by a lot of Detroit rappers and Detroit artists getting their shine.
Right.
So I appreciate it.
Lastly, real quick, man, I got to throw in there for the new young cats that I listen to, man. Z Keys, man. Z Keys is a talented cat, man. He's spitting them rhymes.
Yeah, it's keys too, because he playing the little keys on it too.
Just
Yeah,
multi-talented.
Yeah.
Okay. He can sing the verse and rap
Good
on the
music.
verse.
Yeah.
It's good music,
and
man.
I like it because it ain't soft, but it ain't gangster. He ain't trying to be no gangster. But he a smooth kid. He doing his thing. He getting a little money. You know what I'm saying? He out here with his lady friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's I appreciate that in him. I appreciate that in all the young cats coming up.
Yeah.
They got something positive to say, or if not, just do your thing. As long as your thing can be done.
That's what's up, man. Any last words, man?
Man, I just want to thank y'all for having us on, man. Coming to chop it up, man. And I appreciate all the stuff y'all do in the world of hip hop, man. B-Boy Red's been rocking for years, man. I remember looking up on the stage, you on that mug, just super fresh. You was the rich nigga coming around.
I don't know.
Allegedly. No, and of course, man, DJ Butter, man, it's always love. You know, brother from another mother for sure, man. We got to continue to chop it out.
We got to keep it, man. Old niggas keep saying we stand out the way.
No.
Can't stay out the way till this shit is over with. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I said, you live in it, man. You live within it, bro. We grew up with it, bro. It's gonna be us. Like I said, I'm gonna die hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I appreciate y'all.
Word.
I appreciate y'all again inviting us, man. Getting the opportunity to let people know about the album. Butter, I'm gonna always show you love, bro.
No doubt.
Like I said, you helped me get my Up North entertainment through Detroit. For those that knew about us, it was definitely because of you and the opportunity you gave us to get us out there to more ears. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
B-Boy Reds, I always was a fan of yours also, man. Again, I heard your stuff
through Butter, right?
Yeah. And I went to one show you rocked also.
Right.
Yep, that's same show. Yeah.
So I mean, I appreciate y'all, man. And again, the fact that y'all have this platform, man, for artists our age and the younger artists
Super
also,
dope,
but to be able to sit here and have this conversation as 50+ cats and talk about hip hop. You know, for young cats to be able to see that 4 cats can get in the room our age and show them that we love hip hop as much as they do, if not more. You know what I'm saying? That balance, man, is dope for hip hop to continue being what it is.
Absolutely.
They can't count us out like New Edition.
Absolutely.
Look at all the old heads that's dropping albums.
Yeah,
so,
man. Everybody coming back out.
Everybody was dropping. They still
out.
dropping.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, dude, we got something to say, man. You know, the old heads is running things.
Wait till y'all hear my new shit.
We'll bring you back, man.
For sure.
Man, y'all subscribe to the channel.
Absolutely.
Hit the like, the link,
like, share,
all that
subscribe
shit.
on all platforms, YouTube, Spotify, iHeart, wherever you can find podcasts at, we there.
Funky Fresh in the Flesh.
And we out.